guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I will be doing what if Deku was or had the Shinigami from Death Note just the Shinigami from Death Note. So basically how this would start off, everything would start canon from the beginning to the USJ. And I'm going to say that Toga is in the USJ. I'm gonna say she managed to get Deku's blood. While he was she managed to get Deku's blood, and after that everything goes normal. And here's what I'm gonna say. So she drinks Deku's blood and turns into him and steals valuable information, like each hero's weaknesses, strengths, what to avoid, just their entire profile. And it would be on video because there would be a security camera catching this. Deku sneaking in. And now everyone thinks that he's the UA traitor. So basically we would cut into class, right? Izuku would be sitting down. As soon as Aizawa gets up, he would cancel Izuku's quirk, wrap him around with his scarf. Everyone would get up, have their quirks activated, and All Might would bust through the door and swiftly knock Izuku out, or Deku out. And Deku would wake up in the cellar. He would say, "Huh? Where am I?" Last thing I remember. Why did my classmates do that? What did I ever do to them? Why did Aizawa do that? I'll find out about that later. Now, what am I doing here? As All Might would bust in and say, "You filthy villain. You dare trick me into giving you my quirk?" As All Might would proceed to take out one of Izuku's hair and eat it. Says, I will take one for all from you. You do not deserve this quirk. I thought you were the perfect choice, Midoriya. But you aren't. Now, Aizawa, he didn't want to do this. He believed that Izuku didn't actually do it. Because there are so many people with quirks who could just disguise themselves as him. It's a whole quirk society after all. So, Aizawa would have a talk with the pro heroes and actually was able to help Izuku not get in Tartarus. Like, he saved Izuku. Now, I'm going to say Izuku's mom was very bad. She was a very bad parent. She abused blank. You guys can figure out what that, so I don't get demonetized. So yeah. She was very that, and she would do these heinous acts to Izuku. But I'm not going to go into detail, at all. I don't know if you people like that. I don't, so I'm not going to follow that too much. But, he would be sent to this terrible school after UA because they were able to maybe scrimmage out a okay school for him, but it was really bad. There were people telling him to die. Someone actually tried to push him off the building. He actually thought about jumping off. He almost did. He nearly slipped off the roof, but he caught himself. Like, when he slipped, you know, like the border, like where he slipped, he managed to grab onto that same border and pull himself up. So, yeah. He would be in class, let's say English, and he would see this book fall out of the sky. And he would be curious. After school, he would pick up this book. Now, I'm going to say, this is the same Death Note, yes. But the previous user of this Death Note, he had a quirk. And it's to seal anything into an object. So he sealed Ryuk into the Death Note. So, when Izuku would open this, so much knowledge and power would just enter Izuku's body. He would let out violent scream and pass out. He would wake up at that same place. Because now, all over the city, they know about Izuku and how he's quirkless. So no one helped him. They realized that he was a UA traitor. Everyone were questioning, how was he able to even not get into Tartarus? He's a traitor. So they just left him there. So he stays. He goes home, and then his mom would say, "What took you so long?" And she would grab her belt and say, "This is what you get. You're a quirkless nobody. You should have just jumped off a cliff. Why did I even have you?" As Izuku would say, "You don't really mean that, right? You don't, right? Please, Mom, please say you don't mean that." She says, "Oh, yes, I do." As she would start hitting Izuku over and over and over and over. Why? And she would say, "Why couldn't you have a powerful quirk? You could make us money. We wouldn't have to live like this." I'm going to say Izuku's family, they're not very wealthy at all. I'm going to say they're pretty poor. So she was hoping that her son would bring in them big bucks. So when he didn't, this shattered her and made her like this. So then Izuku, while he's getting hit, this darkness would surround him. His eyes would turn black. Wings would sprout out of him, just like Ryuk. I'm gonna say, this may not be I know this isn't in Death Note, but I'm making my own little twist. He has the ability to manifest a scythe out of thin air. And also, when he touches someone, disables their quirk for up to 10 minutes. I know, broken. I know. So he would grab the scythe. He's not in his own mind. And slice off Inko's head. It would go flying, blood splattered. He didn't want this to be engraved in his mind. He didn't want the police finding out. So he set the house on fire with the corpse. No evidence. Everything turned to ash. I'm going to say Izuku started making a name for himself. He became a villain. He has the abilities of the Death Note too, with his extra powers, yeah. So, you guys are probably wondering, All Might betrayed him, so why doesn't he write All Might's name in? Remember, All Might is his hero name, not his actual name. Ah, so he still needs his name. So, basically, he would be living in this warehouse where it's basically like his safe house, where his hideout basically. And Kirigiri, or whatever, Kirogiri, thank you, would basically teleport in said warehouse, and he would see Izuku and say like this. Hello, Black Death. I know, edgy, absolutely edgy. Oh my god, so edgy. And Kiryu would say, hello, Black Death. We see that you've made a name for yourself. Looks like you are fake, you a traitor. Sad. But will you join us and get revenge on those who did you wrong? As Izuku or Deku would grab or walk into the portal with Kirogiri. How do I say it like that? And also, I was just joking about the Black Death name. His name is still going to be Deku. That's going to be his villain name. It was just for giggles, since, he has, black powers, like he's a black scythe, black wings that he can sprout at any time. And also, he looks like this. If you look up on screen, you'll see a picture, and that's him. That's what he looks like, essentially. And basically, everything would go the same, just without Deku, until the UA Sports Festival. Now, here's what would happen. So, basically, the race, it would be Todoroki in first place, Bakugo in second place, and Mina in third. Yeah, I'm gonna say that she just used her acid and just started sliding with her acid. And she won. So basically, Cavalry battle, I don't feel like going over that, so we're gonna skip that. We're gonna go straight to the mock battles. So basically, it would be just the same as in canon, just without Izuku. But the last battle would be Bakugo and Todoroki. And basically they'd be going blow for blow, but ultimately Bakugo would come out on top. And this is when a portal would come from the sky, as Izuku would fly out with tons of Nomus and villains. They would start invading. Nomus would be punching, killing people, hitting people, destroying buildings, anything that they could lay their hands on. This is when Izuku would flash so fast behind Deku, or not Deku, but Bakugo, and say, "This is what you get for telling me I should jump off a building," and slashed his head off so fast, so cleanly with his scythe. When everyone would see this, they would start screaming in terror as pro heroes would start to flood in, as All Might would jump from the sky, land in the USJ, and say, "Citizens, have no fear, because I am here." As Deku would be like, "How cringe. You are messed up. You betrayed your own student. Now, I'ma show the world who you really are." As basically, Deku and All Might would go for blow. What is it? He would use his scythe to parry. He would get gut punched by All Might, and then Izuku would stab him right in his weak point, and All Might would spew tons upon tons of blood, and then Izuku would touch All Might with his hands and say, "Your quirk is gone." Only for 10 minutes though. And he would fly in the air and say, "Are you catching this, news reporter? This is what All Might truly is. A frail old man who crushes students' dreams of becoming a hero. He told me that I don't deserve a quirk when I didn't even do it. I didn't even do anything wrong. I admired him. I did nothing wrong. But just because a villain who has a power to transform themselves into me makes me the bad guy. There is people with tons of quirks, shape-shifting quirks, anything, and they assume it's me with no proof. And did you notice there was a scar on my arm, clear as day, but it wasn't there on the videotape? They messed it up. They messed up the transformation. There should be a scar on my left arm. Oh, no, on my hands. But it just wasn't there. Did you guys look at that? As All Might would gasp and be like, "I'm sorry." Izuku would hear this. "It's too late for that. Look, your number one hero is a cripple. I've truly turned this world upside down." As he would proceed to do the light Yagami laugh. Yes. He would do the light Yagami laugh. And it would go something like this. Internet, please. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Oh, wow. So yeah, he would proceed to do this freaky laugh. And it sounds like this. I would love to pull it up, but it's being real dumb right now. Here. So he would proceed to just laugh like this. He would laugh like that and say, "I've truly turned this world upside down. Don't worry, there's a war coming with this." As they would all teleport back. And that is where I will be ending this what if for what if Deku had a Ryuk's powers, or with the Death Note part 1. I hoped you liked it, and guys, one more thing to say. I'm so sorry. I took a freaking 5-month break. I am so sorry. Yeah, I took a 5-month break from just YouTube in general. I don't know what happened. I just fell off like way too much. Well, it's not even that. It's just I had school. Then I do sports after that. I do fencing. So yeah, I'm sorry that I couldn't upload, but I'll try to do more. But yeah, like for part 2. I need likes. I need the support, and I got 7 subscribers. It's not much, but I'm thankful for those 7. And once that 10 subscriber special hits, I'll do something different. I'll do a different what if. You guys pick. Yeah. And yeah, it's really all to say. I'm out.